Two dachshunds are sitting in the lobby of the small animal hospital. One of the dachshunds turns to the other one and says, "You really can't trust Dr. Balter." The other one says, "I don't know what you mean." And he says, "Well, she'll get you in an exam room, she'll pet you, she'll treat you nice, she'll give you a treat, she'll get you to trust her. You slip one disc and she'll stab you in the back."
Two Nubian goats are out in the pasture. The first one says to the other, "I think I'm going into labor." To which the second responds, "You're kidding."
Sorry for the feedback. I wish we could do something about that.
That's all right.
For those of you who don't know us, my name is Lance Jennings, and this is Ryan Rademacher.
Wait. Start with signal moon.
Oh, right, Signalman. I'm a 28-year-old Caucasian male. And
Intact.
thank you, Ryan. And I know what you guys are thinking. Lance Jennings probably doesn't look like the stand-up type, more of the male model type. I understand it. I just want to point out that I am not Kevin, by the way. There's been some confusion over the past 4 years about that. But I was probably as likely to get up and do stand-up comedy as Ryan was to start a family in vet school.
Whoa. Well, I had a good response to that written down, but now that I'm becoming a doctor, I can't read my own handwriting.
We're really honored to share a few words in front of so many distinguished professors here, and of course, Dr. Schliff.
But in all seriousness, there's some good, delicious food back there. I just hope that someone asked Dr. Monsager if we could eat it.
We get it though, we get it. A hospital rule is a hospital rule. Unless Dr. Balter disagrees. And it's more like a suggestion.
And the food is free, so I'm sure Dr. Scully is here somewhere.
The drinks look good. We have quite a few drinks over here. As most of you know, I don't drink. In fact, just a couple years ago, one of my friends offered me a non-alcoholic beer, and I tried it, and I liked it. Probably a little too much, and now I'm a non-alcoholic.
Lance, it is graduation. Can't you make one exception?
You know what? All right. I will have one drink for every senior assessment of clinical skills sheet that I filled out. So, actually, it turns out I'm good, so.
Can you believe it though? 4th year is finally over.
I can't believe it. I know we were all worried about Britain.
Yeah, at what point did she become a house officer?
I heard she was one of the dean candidates.
She certainly has enough awards under her belt. But seriously, there were a lot of difficult rotations.
Like small animal overnights, where I stayed up late to learn how to be OCD and put stickers on everything.
Or radiology, also known as how to pretend to be awake during ultrasound.
No, but seriously, ultrasound here is a great value because you set an appointment and you end up getting 3 ultrasounds for the price of 1. Ryan. Hey, Ryan.
Oh, I'm sorry, I thought you were still talking about ultrasound.
Oh. Just checking. Then there's necropsy, or where I learned how to suppress the urge to vomit.
There's also small animal surgery, or better known as the Hunger Games.
The best part about it, though, is that you could make a sequel to it and it would still be catching fire, but it would be about the toaster in cardiology.
But the most difficult rotation by far is ClinPath with Dr. Gorman. Those were some brutal 9 to 4s.
I'm telling you, Ryan, the only sleep I got was when Austin was lecturing. On large animal surgery, we did a lameness exam, or what I call imagining things.
I remember one day when we got the lameness locator out, we had a strong positive on Dr. Kinsley.
So, just last week I went to pick up a prescription from pharmacy, and I'm sure you've all had this happen. They told me that I had written it on the wrong color sheet, and that I needed to write another one. I said, screw that, I'm going to give this e-collar IV.
You know the dog will probably eat half of it anyways. But I did hear that the pharmacy was upgrading from the blue and white scripts to stone tablets next year.
Probably a big step up. Speaking about things that need an upgrade, how about Vet Hosp? Come on. Vet Hosp is about as reliable as Ryan was to show up to class.
That's fair. But you could also say Vet Hosp is about as reliable as Lance is to show up to a club meeting. It's always strange when you walk into the bathroom and you see a professor that you don't really know that well. Just the other day, I had one of these situations. I was in the bathroom and it was really awkward when Dr. Turnquist asked me what I was doing in the ladies' room.
I was in radiology last week, and I was waiting for some images to be okayed by my clinician. And somebody said, "Don't worry, Dr. Balzer will be here shortly." I said, "What do you mean?" She said, "Dr. Balzer will be here shortly." I'm like, "Yeah, but Dr. Balzer's like 5'0". She does everything shortly.
Man, Lance, you're really ragging on Dr. Balzer tonight.
I ended on ortho. I have a lot of ammunition right now.
You just better hope that you pass.
I know, you might not see me on Sunday.
So the other day I was out in the large animal hospital, and Steve was walking around passing out milk duds and sweet tarts.
In the animal-free zone, I assume.
Oh yeah, of course. But where it got a little hairy is when I went into my sheep stall and I dropped one. I swear I found that thing 3 different times. The large animal hospital reminds me of something. I think I've seen that green floor somewhere else.
Do you mean the movie The Green Mile? The movie about a penitentiary with the green floor on which death row inmates walk from their prison cell to their execution?
Yeah, that's it.
Nailed it!
I wonder if they use the same contractor. I wonder if the same contractor did the livestock side. I swear I've been through corn mazes that were easier to navigate than those chutes.
All right, Ryan. Which faculty trademark is most out of date? Dr. Parker's pager or Dr. Seaver's mustache?
I choose Dr. Valentine's fanny pack. All right, Lance, here's one for you. Which is more vicious, a feeding frenzy of sharks or the atrium after lunch talk with leftover food?
Is Dr. Lawrence on clinics?
Good question.
All right, Ryan, if you were to analyze Dr. Sisson based on his hair alone, what would you come up with?
I would say he's probably still young enough to surf waves, but too old to surf the internet.